Without saying your age, what was something that was trending during your childhood? Trampoline shoes, glow pens, zoo books were all popular as seen on TV things before they were called as seen on TV. My dad worked nights and I remember begging him to take care of it during the day because they were banned from school. I ran home from the bus. Dad was asleep. Tamagotchi RIP. I had one of the off-brand cat ones. Lost the device after like 2 days. While it was still a kitten. 6 months later I find it under my bed. That fucker was still kicking. It was an adult, extremely hungry, and its shit box was full. Fed it twice, and it died on the spot. I finally got one in high school, even though they were originally around when I was around 10. I had an off-brand monkey one time, after it died, and I had to start over, it somehow glitched, and was an orangutan. It never did it again. I accidentally left it at my boyfriend's house, and when we broke up he never returned that, or the awesome purse I had made. I'm just as angry about that as the fact that he cheated on me. So I'm a bit older, but when Tamagotchis came out, I was working at the public library and someone turned in a Tamagotchi to the lost and found. I was probably around 19 at the time, and worked with mostly middle-aged women. We kept that thing alive for ages hoping the kid would someday come back and claim it, but they never did, and eventually I took it home. And finally the battery died. We really tried. If you are out there, know that the library ladies tried to give it the best life possible. I remember being young as hell, and knowing my neighborhood like the back of my hand, like my own little world and all I knew. Then discovering if I pushed my bike through the woods, that I entered a whole other neighborhood, and every time I passed through that tree line it felt like I was stepping onto another planet. And also like I was doing something I shouldn't, and also feeling like I could get lost and never find my way home at any moment and no one would find me, but I was so carefree about that, and rode those streets like I was king of the world. Great feeling of freedom and discovery I've never felt quite like ever again. Cabbage Patch Dolls. I hated those creepy, nightmare-inducing things. I remember even their powder scent, because one of my classmates insisted on having me sniff her dolls. She had around 7 or 8 of them, which was a huge deal, because they were extremely hard to find, and very expensive at the time. Yes, her parents were rich, and she was always bringing them to class to show them off. I ended up ticking her off, because I didn't become jealous of them. But like I said, I hated those dolls with their dead painted on eyes. Shudder. Spinning playing cards onto your bicycle spokes to make a fun noise when you ride around town without supervision. Came here for this. Worst was if you had more than one, and they would talk to each other. It was terrifying. That and the batteries never seemed to die within those things. From the depths of my closet years later, Furby would randomly start making sounds. Nightmare fuel.